got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. I got the glutes, I got the calves, I got the abs. It's time to get lit, it's time to get fit. Let's meal prep and get it in, get it in. Transformation freedom and innermost heaven. Let's hit the gym and get fit, get fit. Well, hello. It's Tina with an E-Rich by Tina. Here to help you get your whole life together while I'm over here trying to get my whole life together. Switch positions and you know how that goes. But anywho, good morning. I am back here in the flesh giving you Tina's tips. Here to help you get your whole life together, mind, body, and soul. And I'm as I always say, look, let me let you see me. Cause your girl been scrambling this morning, change positions and realize I needed my light. And then I'm trying to do my light right at the last minute. And so I just said, you know what? Here it is. They're gonna see me like this. If I stay in this position, then good morning. Whoever's watching, say hello to me so I can know who I'm talking to. Good morning. Good morning, Mother McKnight. So you know how you decide you want to do something one way and then you change your mind at the 9th hour. That's what I was in here scrounging around, moving, changing positions, and realize the lighting that I have on the other side, I don't have to put up anything else. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I hope you all had a great Sunday yesterday. And as y'all can see, good morning, friend. How you doing, Tanya? I am. Then I'm over here trying to fix the hair. I said, you know what? You just doing too much this morning. I went ahead on and told myself, you doing too much this early in the morning. If you was gonna be trying to figure out all this stuff, you should have made it. You should have did this last night. But many of you know that I am going through a transition right now, and so may not be thinking as clearly as I normally would because my son Darian, yes, he has left the coop. He has left home. In a good way. He's growing up. Good morning, Rebecca. He's growing up, and so he's got his own place. And so that move-in took place this weekend. And shout out to him. And I want to thank everyone who's been calling, who's been checking, who's been texting because they saw my post like I wasn't okay. But I am adjusting, to the new normal. This will be the first time that Mr. Blackman and I have lived alone. When we got married, we already had the one child. And so this will be our first time living alone because even when he went away to college, I'm sorry. So he went away to college. I had a whole separation thing with that, and he was just 8 minutes up the road. And plus his dad was working on campus, but my parents got sick. Good morning to Crystal. And so I was over there and we was, moving back and forth. And so then my mom passed and then Mr. Daniel moved in. So we really have never really consistently lived alone like we finna do, like we're getting ready to experience. At least for a whole year. I mean, he has his leases a year, so we don't know what a year may involve. He may decide he may need to come back or not. But I am okay. I am adjusting, and so thank you for those of you all who have been checking and still check. Just cause I'm up here, check in every now and then. I always tell people when you strong, and I said this yesterday. We had small group, and I went to small group. Shout out to Nayron. Nayron is a young man that he might be 20 or 19, 20, somewhere 2021, somewhere right along in that area. And he really helped me out yesterday. And so and I talked about, when you're strong and when you check on everybody else and you do everything for everybody else and you show up, sometimes they forget to check on the person who's checking on the checker. And so, although I show up and I be in places, sometimes I may not be all right. So check on me. Good morning, Teresa. So good to see you. And she and I talked about, people, you have the people that's here and you have the people that okay, the people that need to be checked on. And you got the people here. And so it's two different spectrum. And the people who's right in the middle, sometimes you don't get checked on as much. So um, check on if you don't see somebody, even if you see them, check on them, check in, just say, "Hey, girl, hey, how you doing?" Because you just never know what someone may be going through, and they may not express it on the outside, but they may be going on some inner turmoil and all those types of things. So we know that today is day 19. So I have been going live here for 19 days. The 21-day challenge is coming to an end, but many of you have expressed that this is something that you like. Good morning, yet praise. So good to see you. A lot of you say that this is something that you have enjoyed, and so don't stop, don't quit. Because your girl I was ready. Like, okay, the 21 days is up, but many of you have said and expressed, keep going, keep pressing. We do enjoy this. So, hey, I'll be here and in the mornings, and so we'll see. So as long as you show up, I'll show up, and it'll be fluctuate. Sometimes I'll be live, sometimes, like, I know the weekend will definitely be pre-recorded, so y'all will know. Okay, unless like Saturday, I forgot to pre-record. Holy Spirit woke me up, got on up, and it was bless me, bless you all. So I am super super excited about what he's doing in my life, because he's letting me know, hey, I have not forgotten about you. And long as you do the things that I'm telling you to do, hey, we will go home. So today we're going to see is talking about set free by the truth, renewing your mind with God's word. And so guess what? That's what I have to be reminded of, because that was one of the things that Nayron said. He said, stop focusing on and take your emotions out of it, and then keep uh you know watch what you're saying and what you're thinking. And I said, man, it came back full circle, everything that I've been talking to you guys about this whole month. Be careful what you're thinking about. Your mindset is everything. So for him to kind of come back and bring it back full circle, take my emotion out of it. He's moving on. It's not like he is gone, away. So these are the things, like, if I renew my mind, knowing that I have trained him up in the way that I know, in the way that I should go in the things of God. Now this is my faith being at work, to know that everything that I've done and his dad has done, and all the other forces that have been around him, that he's gonna be okay. And guess what? I'm gonna be okay, because I got to start thinking about some new things and new stuff. So when we start talking about, the truth, what is the truth, and it's the key, it brings me to John 8 and 32. And let me read it right quick. Um and so these things have, if this have been helping you, this say yes. This is what you've been saying and what I've been catching, whether you've been catching me live or replay. I need to know, hey, is this been helping you? Like, am I helping anybody other than me? And that always helps. Yes, it helps us keep our mind on. Yes, because if we keep our mind stayed on him, he'll keep us in perfect peace. And if we're in perfect peace, it can help us make all better decisions. Because if you're somewhere, woe is me, like, I went like this, I'm singing on singing that violin, like, woe is me, like, Nobody knows the trouble, going ahead on and starting all that stuff. We know that if we stay focused on those things, uh, you'll find yourself in a whole pickle. And so the word says here in John 8, it says, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And so y'all know me. I like to look up. Well, come on here. I had it up. Come on, Miriam. Y'all, I believe Miriam and that whole family was was anointed. Okay. So what is the truth? And so when you think about what is the truth, and we think about a revelation of something, it is a revealing and communication of divine truth. So then what is truth? Because a revelation is something that you when you get, so it is the state of a fact. It is the body of real things, events, and facts. So when you think about the truth, you think about the revelation. Good morning. It's so good to see you, Dr. Lejeune. Hey, come on in. The door is always open. So sometimes, hey, it be like that. It's Monday morning. So when you start thinking about the truth and what the truth is, and the truth is a revelation of something, it's the act of finding something. When we think about what God has for us, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Well, we know that what God has for us is good. We can stand on that. So when we think about the things that we've been thinking about, and about the mental turmoil that we put ourselves in, and we start thinking all these lies and all these other stuff, because when I tell you, so much stuff was running through my head, about this and about that, and so when you start pondering on those things, um you put yourself in a prison. And this came up yesterday. One of the girls that was talking, she looked at me and she said, she was patting me on my back and she was consoling me, and she said, well, at least he's moving into an apartment and he's not in prison. And then that thing hit me, like, he does have his freedom. And so she was like, he gonna be okay. And then it began to prick her heart, because her son is now is in prison and been there for a minute. And so when we start thinking about, when you're in prison, you're confined. You don't have the freedom to do the things that you do. And so when we start thinking about all these lies and all these things, it put us in a mental prison, and which then stunts what we can do for God. So we have to start thinking about things that are true, because we know that God's word cannot lie. And he said that above all, that I believe that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. You may be feeling sick in your body. Listen, Jesus is the truth. Okay. Well, come on in here, Pastor Mo. Yes, he is the truth, according to John 4:16, the truth and the light. And so if we don't stand on what is true, why are we getting bogged down with the lies of the enemy? We have to stop letting him take over, and we have these mental prisons, these physical things that we put ourselves through. Oh, I'm not good enough. This is not that, and all this other kind of stuff. All these lies, because he's the father of lies, and he's doing his job. And so we have to, number one, we have to know. Look, y'all, I done got fancy. I done figured out how to do something else. The truth must be known to be effective. So what does that mean? That means that freedom starts with that revelation that I was talking about. Right? So when you know that something is happening, you say, "Ooh, I got a revelation of something." And it comes in, and you know that it is true, and God start revealing things to you. You know that that's true. And there's nothing that anybody else can do to you. And that's when you get freedom. Y'all know the first part of my get fit is freedom in the mind, right? So if you're gonna get freedom in your mind, you gotta first start believing what God's word says. Because God's word, as she told us in John 14:6, is truth. So if we stand on his word, we cannot lose. So if you don't know that God is the truth, you will always live in the lies that nothing is ever going to work for you. Nothing's never going to happen for you. You just going to start, as I say, singing that going that violin. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. We will stay right there and stay stuck. And when you're stuck, you can't move on. I don't care what comes your way. And I have a few good friends that are stuck. I have some family members that stuck. I know you. How many of you know somebody that's stuck? Put a 2 in the chat if you know that somebody's just stuck somewhere. He sure will. He's a jealous God and he don't want you to put nothing else in front of him. Ask me how I know. Ha, been there, done that. So put a 2 in the chat if you know somebody that's stuck and can't move on. Like every time you call them, and it's like sometimes some people I just want to go ahead and do this. That's that violin. They singing a sad song, slow walking, sad singing. Make me start thinking about the hee haw song, gloom, despair, and agony on me. If it wouldn't be for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck at all. You know, y'all remember the hee haw song, if y'all think about it. Gloom, despair, and agony on me. If it wouldn't be for bad luck, I wouldn't have no luck. I mean, come on. It's time to move forward because if we don't, we wasting precious time. I don't know about y'all. Time is run. You know what? It is almost the end of May. Like it just was the beginning of May. I just came back from Punta Cana, April, May 1st. Then I went on vacation that next week. It was Mother's Day weekend. Now here we are, 19th of May. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Memorial Day weekend next weekend. Then guess what? Right after that, it's gonna be June 1st. So time is waiting on nobody. You hear me? So we don't have time to stay stuck. Okay, we just have to move on. Because guess what? Number two, the truth challenges us and what we believe in. Like you got to believe in something. I'm trying to think of it's a song. It's a song. I want to say, God, is it Royal Russ? It's in Car Wash. You got to believe in something. I don't know. That song, Why Not Believe in Me? Oh, it's when Richard Pryor was on there in that when they was up against the guy who didn't want Dwayne, and he changed his name and was, getting into another life. And this when uh Richard Pryor and the Sled Sisters was coming in. You got to believe in something. Why not believe in me? You have to believe in something. Good morning, Keisha. Good morning. And I'm like, you have to believe in something. Yes. Yes. We don't want to stay stuck. Because I'm telling you, when you stay stuck in something, you stay stagnant, you can't grow. And then when the truth, God's truth confronts our shame, our fear, our insecurities, our self-doubt, the false identity of whoever we are. When we start facing what God says, because y'all know me, y'all know my struggle. And why not believe in yourself? You better say it. Because y'all know my struggle about coming back live because I didn't look the way that I was looking when I was coming live. And when you have been told that the bigger you are, the uglier you are, you don't want nobody to see you like this. So then you decide, I'm not going live. I'm not doing these things. But that's so far from the truth. And so I have to continue to dispel that, even when I get on the scale and been working hard and the scale don't even move. So I said, okay, we got to come up with another strategy. I can't stay stuck in, I've been walking, I've been changing my eating habits a little bit. So now I got to really, really um do something else, because guess what? I'm 6 years older than I was when I started the weight loss journey before, right? Um, Menopause have decided, get on one. Listen, menopause has come in. I don't know about y'all, but this menopause is something other else. So you got to think about your age. Your metabolism is different now, Tina. Your hormonal level is something going on and going on. You don't sleep as much. So when you don't sleep as much, your body can't heal, repair, and restore itself. So guess what? It may take you a little bit longer this time. But if I keep Jesus with me, I'm going to win. Just might take me a little bit longer. And I can't get discouraged, and I can't start beginning to say, this ain't working. So then maybe something is wrong with me. No, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm right where God want me to be. And when the time is right, Teresa's favorite scripture, Isaiah 60:22. When the time is right, meaning when everything is aligned up, eventually that this gonna shed right on off. But right now, this fat and this weight is where it's at. And guess what? God want me to be happy and content where I'm at. I'm doing something about it. But if my mind and my mental capacity is not stayed on him, and I don't keep him focused and ever keep saying, guess what? So what if? Just what if the weight won't come off? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go back and hide up under a rock? So I'm learning that whatever state that I'm in, and that means physically, patience is key. You better believe it. Because sometimes freedom feels uncomfortable before it feels empowering, right? I have to be free in where I'm at. And that hence the free her journey that I'm on. Who said that freedom, that for me, that freedom that I was gonna be 100 and something? Who said that was free? Because I know people who are way smaller than me and still don't like their body. Because guess what? They never accepted their body where their body was. So they're forever looking for something. So who the Son has set free is free indeed. I have to stand on this. I walk in this freedom. I walk in this wisdom. Now, do I need to do my part? Absolutely. So here's a story. I fell by the wayside yesterday. Why? Because I got into my emotions because my son moved. So guess what? I will I gotta stop falling into these emotional eating things. Because guess what? I felt the type of way. So I got me a pack of Twix. Little small pack. Think it might have been 5 in there. So I ate them. I ate 3 of them. Mr. Blackman came back and said, "Where did you get these from? Where's this all this Snickers?" So I bought them. I mean, not Snickers, Twix. He looked at me. Now, if you're gonna get to your goals, this is exactly what he said to me. Then you don't need to be doing stuff like this. And I said, you know what? I know. So I handed him the last 2. I just said, here, take them. I ain't have no business doing it. And I'm gonna tell you how slick I was. I was on a call with somebody. I and Tamiko, I thought I saw you at least. I was on the phone with Tamiko. She's one of my accountability partners from um, the Bible study group. And I was going to cook out to get a shake, right? Because I was like, I'm going to get me a shake. Well, I knew I couldn't go through the drive-through. I'm on the phone with her. She already know that I'm trying to do something right. I'm just gonna tell you, I have to come clean, Tamiko. I told you I've been to all these stores. I was riding around trying to figure out what can I do. I didn't want to get out the car, but if I go through the drive-through, she gonna hear me order. I'm just gonna tell you, I have to come all the way clean. And so I said, girl, I done been to 2 or 3 stores since I've been on the phone with you. Never told her what I went to go. I said, yeah, I had to pick up a couple things. Never said it because if she would have heard me order that, she would have stopped me, right? But I didn't want to be stopped. So I went ahead on instead of getting a shake that I really wanted. I said, well, I went in the store. So I picked up a couple of things. And well, I was at the grocery store when I met, and so in the grocery store that I was at, they didn't have nothing. You know, when you go to all this they have. I always call it the knockoff candy or whatever. They don't have like the regular like stuff that you want. Or if they do, I don't know where to keep it. Let's just say that. So I rode around for a minute on the phone with her, trying to figure out where I'm going to get me something sweet at, right? Instead of just cutting open the apple and being satisfied with apple. So I'm telling you, you have to not fall into those temptations. And and she was calling to check on me because she saw my post. And she did check on me, but I didn't want her to know I was going to get something sweet. Well, she might not have got me, but Mr. Blackman, because I meant to get rid of all the evidence. But I didn't think he was coming back there where I was, but he did. So, so therefore, now that I'm looking at this movie, it's like you may be moving in the right direction, but you ate 3 small little um Twix. Those 3 small Twix could be. Good morning, Mo. Um, could be the reasoning why you ain't seeing the change on the scale. So don't he when I tell you he checked me, Teresa, because one, he has been an enabler for me. He see me in distraught. He's gonna try to his best to do what he wants to do. But I told him, I don't care how much I pitiful I look, don't do it. Don't bring me no hot tamales. Don't bring me nothing. Don't bring me no little Debbie cakes. Don't do it. So, my son had all this some of this stuff in there. So him moving out is good because he had all kinds of sweets. Cause he's 27. He ain't gotta worry about nothing. So he think. So that's part half of the battle. Some of the stuff is not gonna be in here. But I still have to make a decision when stuff do come that I don't get buck wild. So listen, I done been on way more than I had intended on it on being on. But I guess I had to somebody needed to hear you. It's okay to slip back, but don't stay there. And you gotta stay in on the truth. And then at number 3, the truth transform from here it is. I just told you. I got my truth in by telling the truth. I was struggling in these emotions. So now that I know that, I got some groceries. So now I can pull out an apple. I can pull out um some I got different other types of fruit. I got some mango, got a little pineapple. If I decide I need something sweet, then I need to pull from that source of sweets than me going and getting them Twix and all the other things that hot tamales that I like and little Debbie cakes because that's not going to help me get towards my goal. So when you know that the truth renews the mind. So I've told my truth. I slipped and got that stuff. So now I got to do a little extra. Okay. So when we know that it changes, when the truth renews our mind, our emotions will follow, our choices will be better, and we were going in a direction. So guess what? True freedom is first internal, then you'll see it on the outside. So when I get ready to be very truthful with myself, which I have been, it will be, yes, that's what they say. An apple a day will keep the doctor away. So now I have some apples and some fruit and things in here, some good choices. So now I have something to pull from. Then I don't have to be tempted. Good morning, Barbara. And so I don't have to be tempted, right? Because now I have set myself up with the tools that I need. Listen, you're right, because if we don't be in your truth, my truth is sweets is my thing. And my truth was I was sneaking around yesterday. I didn't want Tamiko to know that I was going and picking up sweets, because she would have talked me off the ledge. She would have said, "Now, friend, we know we ain't trying to do all this stuff." Because when you don't, when your body is going up and down and your blood sugars is going up and down, it's not really doing stuff on the inside of your body. And your emotions up and down, it affects everything in your body. So if I'm over here, well, nobody knows, and he's here and he's there. Yes, we all are dealing with something, and that's we got to change our mindset of how we think about it. It goes back to what I first been saying all month long. What you think about? Have you thought about what you're thinking about? And the stuff that you're thinking about, is it is it going to move you to into a place where God wants you? That is so true. Like me sneaking around getting eating is not helping me at all. So henceforth, I'm a part of a 14-day challenge that uh a coach is doing, and so it's getting me intact. So there's some exercises that, and I mean, and she's not like holding your hand. It's like, here is a set of workouts, here is a meal plan. It's up to you to do the work. So just like I did the work 6 years ago, I got to do the work now. It just may take me a little longer. My body is different. These hormones is something, and I got to start taking my tail to bed, because that was one of the things my doctor said. You got to get at least 8 hours of sleep. So hence that means I need to get into bed. I need to get myself together. Okay. So henceforth, I forgot to transfer the flyer over here so you can see it. But I'm get as soon as this post on my page, I'm gonna tag everybody that said they was interested in walking in. Yes, it is. It is. Yes, that is so true. And the first time I did this, I have to be honest, I didn't invite God with me. I did it. And that henceforth, now I'm taking God with me. So I'm gonna put the flyer that says join us. And eventually the us will be us. But right now it's some beautiful ladies that's not us. But once we meet up, we will take a picture. Then the next flyer will be us with those that show up. So we're meeting tomorrow night at the sports complex in High Point. So I will put the flyer up and I will tag those that are local that says, "Hey, I want to come join you. I've been looking for something. We're gonna meet there on Tuesday." And I have to ask Pradita if that's gonna be the Tuesday spot. I will or if we're gonna be somewhere else a different day. But if we say, okay, every Tuesday we're gonna be in High Point at this date, depending on schedules and things, if we can meet every Tuesday, or it may be another day or whatever. But we are meeting tomorrow, and I will put on there a flyer. So it'll be a group of ladies and it'll say join us. and then I'll tag everybody. We're gonna meet at 6 o'clock. And good morning, Elena. We're gonna meet at 6 o'clock at the sports complex in High Point, and then we're trying to find different places because we'll come to Kernersville, we'll come over in Greensboro, so we can kind of incorporate. So it won't be everybody got to drive to one place. So somebody somewhere will be driving to a place that's not your local place. So that way it make it fair. So that's what we're trying to do. We're gonna start with 2 days a week, and see how that go. Because we know everybody else have other commitments and things like that. So 2 days a week, I think that's good. And then those of you that said that you want to do virtual, I'm willing to get up at 5 a.m. But we've been talking, we've been keeping up with our walking, but nobody has said yes to 5 a.m. So let me know if you are interested in the 5 a.m. walk virtually, where I'll put something on the TV. You walk at your house, I walk at my house. So let me know, inbox me, and I'll put you in that group, and I'll say something again in that group, because I'll get up at 5 and do it. Because I need it. My doctor said I need to be walking every time I'm up and moving. So if you got an Apple Watch, we can track each other's activities. Just let me know. We can send it. And then if you want to track your steps, we're in a group that if you mark your steps, I'll put us all in that group, in the Facebook group, Messenger group. We're there. And eventually I'm gonna move us over to another group, but we'll talk about that. So that's all I have, y'all. So I will see y'all in a minute over at the Sister Circle. I think we got about 10 minutes or so before it's time for us to go over there. And so I look forward to seeing you. I think it's day number 15. I think it's day 15. So I'll see y'all over there on the Sister Circle side. Remember, I'm gonna put the thing up. Okay. Well, Keisha, maybe we can figure out something. We can meet up, or I can tell you what I know about that. So just call me. All right, y'all, take care. As always, see you tomorrow, same time, same back channel. And today went a little longer, but I don't know why, but it did. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be back on track, and I won't hold you as long. But I'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same back channel. You all make a good decision, and we will begin to do what we know to do. Stand on His word, stand on His truth, and we know that the truth will set us free. All right? Take care. Baby, now tell me